My sister Emily passed away last year. She was only 17. Since then, nothing in our house has felt the same. Her room still smells like her shampoo. Mom won't move any of her things. Dad barely speaks to anyone anymore. I thought I'd learn to live with the emptiness. But then, on her birthday, I found a letter. It was tucked inside her old sketchbook, addressed to me in her handwriting. My hands were shaking as I unfolded it. At first, I couldn't even read the words. Just seeing her handwriting made me start crying. I sat on her bed, clutching the paper. Part of me was terrified to read it. The other part needed to hear her voice again. I took a deep breath and started to read. Her words felt like she was right there beside me. It was the first time I'd felt her presence in months, and it shattered me in ways I didn't expect. "Hey, dummy," she started. That was always her nickname for me. Even in writing, I could hear her teasing voice. She wrote about how she knew I was hurting, how she wished she could stay to protect me. She said she hoped this letter would help. My throat tightened with every line. She talked about our childhood, the way we used to build pillow forts, the time we got caught sneaking out to watch fireworks. All those memories came rushing back. Each one felt like a punch and a hug at the same time. I couldn't believe she'd taken the time to write this, to leave something behind for me to hold on to. Even in death, she was thinking about me. I wiped my eyes and kept reading, because I needed to hear every word, every memory, every ounce of love she'd left me, and it hurt so much I could hardly breathe. She wrote about the fights we had, how she hated when I borrowed her headphones, or when I teased her about her terrible singing. She said she forgave me for all of it, and she hoped I'd forgive her too, especially for leaving me behind. That sentence made me lose it completely. I pressed my hand over my mouth so Mom wouldn't hear me sobbing. My chest felt like it was caving in, but I kept reading anyway, because somehow her words were also comforting. She was telling me it was okay to be angry, to be sad, to feel like everything was unfair. Because it was unfair, she said, none of this was my fault, that nothing I did could have saved her. I needed to hear that more than anything, because deep down, I'd always blamed myself for not seeing how sick she really was. I held the letter so tight, it almost tore in my hands. Her words were so warm, so alive, like she was whispering to me. She wrote about how much she loved watching me draw, how she believed I'd become an incredible artist someday. I never told her I wanted to pursue art seriously. She just knew. That made me cry harder than I ever had before. She said she saved every sketch I ever gave her, even the silly doodles from when we were little. I felt this ache in my chest, but also something lighter, like she was lifting me up from wherever I'd been stuck. She thanked me for always protecting her from bullies. She said she wished she could protect me now from my sadness. I could almost hear her saying it out loud. I didn't want the letter to end, but her words kept going, reaching deeper into me. She talked about forgiveness, about Dad's temper and Mom's regrets, about how we all had so much more love to give. And then she asked me to be brave. Her next words were almost too much to read. She told me she knew about Dad's drinking problem, how she saw me covering for him so many times. She asked me not to carry that secret alone anymore. I felt my heart pounding so hard I thought I might faint. Nobody else knew I'd been hiding that from Mom, but Emily did, and she forgave all of us for everything, even the things we never spoke about. She wrote that guilt only grows in the dark, that it's better to shine a light, even if it hurts. I pressed the letter to my chest, sobbing. I could feel something shifting inside me, like her love was breaking open a locked door. I knew I couldn't keep pretending everything was okay. I had to tell Mom the truth, and maybe, just maybe, start healing. Her words felt like a key I'd been searching for, a way to come back to life, a way to forgive myself. That night, I sat across from Mom at the kitchen table. She looked so tired, her eyes hollow from crying. I took a deep breath and slid the letter across to her. Her hands trembled as she picked it up. She read every line without saying a word. When she finished, she pressed the paper to her lips. Then she started to sob loud, raw, heartbreaking sobs. I reached across and held her hand. For the first time in weeks, we looked each other in the eye. No pretending, no hiding, just the truth, sitting between us. I told her everything about Dad's drinking, about how I tried to protect her and Emily. She didn't get angry, she just cried harder. She pulled me into her arms and whispered, "Thank you." It felt like the walls around our hearts started to crack. And maybe, just maybe, we could rebuild something better. In the days that followed, things slowly began to change. Dad agreed to get help for his drinking. Mom stopped blaming herself for everything. I started drawing against catching Emily's face from memory. It felt like she was guiding my hand. I filled an entire sketchbook in a week. Her smile, her laugh, her kindness, all captured in pencil lines. Each drawing made me feel closer to her, like she hadn't really left. Like love could survive even death. I knew grief would never fully disappear. But it didn't have to destroy us. We could carry her memory forward. We could honor her by being better, braver people. Some nights, I still cried myself to sleep. But the next morning, I got up anyway. I kept going because she asked me to, because she believed in who I could become, and I didn't want to let her down. On the anniversary of her death, we held a small memorial, just family and a few close friends. We shared stories about her kindness and bravery. Everyone cried, but there were smiles too. Dad read part of her letter out loud. His voice cracked, but he kept going. He looked at me and said, "She saved us." I nodded because it was true. She saved us even when she was gone. After the memorial, I took a walk to clear my head. I ended up at her favorite park bench. I sat there clutching the last drawing I'd made of her. A breeze rustled the trees overhead. It felt like she was sitting beside me, watching over me the way she always did. I closed my eyes and let the tears come. I wasn't afraid of them. Anymore, grief was love with nowhere to go. And maybe that was okay. I still miss her every single day. There are moments when the emptiness is overwhelming, but there are also moments of gratitude for the time we had, for the lessons she left behind, for the chance to start over. I've learned that healing isn't about forgetting. It's about remembering without breaking, about carrying the love forward, about becoming someone she'd be proud of. Some days I feel strong, other days I feel shattered. And both are okay, because I am still here, because she is still here in every memory, every drawing, every whispered word of encouragement. I know now that love never really dies. It just changes shape and stays with us forever. If you are grieving someone you love, know this: you are not alone. It's okay to feel broken. It's okay to take your time to heal. It's okay to hold on to their memory. And it's okay to let yourself smile again. Grief is a testament to how deeply we loved. It means their life mattered. It means they changed us in ways no one else could. I don't know what tomorrow holds, but I know I'll keep going. Because she asked me to, because she believed in me, and because I believe in myself now, too. That is her final gift to me. A gift I will never let go of. Thank you, Emily, for everything. I love you always, and I promise I'll live a life worth your love.